Hey, you guys, it's your girl DAZZLE, and I'm back for another tarot reading. So please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload and when I go live. And if you would like to book a private reading, all you have to do is go into the description box, okay? So before I start, everything I say here is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Until modern science can come up with a mathematical equation that the metaphysical science is in fact a valid form of science and it is accepted worldwide. And also all tools of divination such as tarot, oracle, pendulums, charms, bones, Ouija boards, things like that, are all valid tools of science and it's well received and it's a known fact. Until then, everything I say here is all alleged and for its purposes only. So, today, I am off today. I've been working, okay? I'm off today. It is raining outside. It's going to be raining all day. So I get to catch up on certain things that I really enjoy, like tarot reading. I like cleaning my home. I'm going to be cleaning my home all day, right? I'm organizing stuff in my home. I bought some Papa John's pizza because it's a pizza day. I'm not going outside today. So it's one of those days. And I also got to sleep until like 11 o'clock. So I'm having a good time with that. So today we're going to talk about something controversial. And I hope you guys don't get mad at me. Okay? We're going to talk openly. We're going to do tarot openly without fear, without consequence, but for understanding and dialogue and things like that. So I was inspired to do this reading because of our political climate and also a panel that CTV, Conscious TV, shout out to Conscious TV. I enjoy watching him as well. I enjoy watching Armand Wiggins, Sean Davy Way, Funky Daniva, Conscious TV, Storm Monroe, Voodoo Doll, everybody, all of them. I watch all of them, okay? So I like watching Conscious TV, and I come up on his panel and talk to from time to time. I enjoy his content. So shout out to him, but this is what inspired me to do this. He had a panel, and he was talking about how Candace Owens, who basically is part of the RNC, and she has recently been talking about, her angle has been anti-LGBTQIA plus and strict Christianity, right? Being very conservative. So that's her talking point. In fact, that's the whole RNC's talking point, right? Being conservative, being strictly religious and things like that. It's that's the angle that they're going with, right? So here's the tea. We know Candace Owens really don't feel that way. Candace Owens is a grifter in that way. But however, a lot of people convince themselves of certain things. So she's someone who would convince herself that her delusions are correct. So that her opinions are correct. I don't have to say delusions because, that's mean to say that. But hey, it is what it is. So anyway, so he's very much so, Conscious TV is very much so pro-LGBTQIA+. And yes, he is a gay male. He is a gay black man. So, yes. And yeah. So, I wanted to ask about the transgender stuff. I did a reading a long time ago about transgender, right? And I did talk about how I felt when it came to the word cis on here before. I feel like it's no need to have that. There's no need to have that word in front of that. For what? I'm a woman. That's a trans woman. That's just what it is. Why I have to have cis? No, I was born female. it was that. I talked about that. I didn't talk about this, but I seen in the Olympics that they had the boxing match, right? And the girl was crying in the ring because the other woman was hitting her so hard, like a man. And she was doubting that this woman was in fact a woman, was born a real woman. So the test came back and they said that she just had a genetic problem, that she was born with X and Y chromosomes, and that was the problem. She's a woman, but the problem was she was born with X and Y chromosomes. And I'm like, no, that don't sound like a problem, bitch. That sounds like you're a man. I mean, all this word salad trying to fit things in, say it in a way to make it make sense. No, that was a man. She's a woman, but she just had a genetic defect. She was just born with X and Y chromosomes. Y'all think people are stupid. But that was wrong how they did that girl at the Olympics. But look, I'm not mad at nobody for being transgender. I say live your life. I say whatever makes you comfortable and promotes you living the best, healthiest life you can possibly do from the inside and out, go ahead and do it. As long as it's not breaking no laws or hurting anybody, do what you want to do. Matter of fact, I appreciate it when people do that, because guess what? It makes the world more interesting. People out living their lives the best way they know how. And I meet people where they're at. I don't believe someone's sexual orientation or sexuality, whatever, counts for their character. Just because you're gay don't mean you're a bad person. Just because you're gay don't mean you're a nice person. Just because you're straight, that don't mean that either, So live your best life. But yeah, so I wanted to get this reading done about, and I did this reading before a long time ago, and I just wanted to redo it to see what I get from it. It's about, are transgenders born that way? Okay. Are you born gay? Are you born feeling like you were another sex? Let's start with gay. Are people really born gay? Are people really born straight? Or are we just here? So this is going to be fun. I'm so scared to answer this question, y'all, because y'all might not like me. Or y'all might like me after this. I don't know. But my spirit guide was like, yeah, I think you need to start with something. If you're going to come back with controversial stuff. Like, do something like that. Do something people aren't doing, So let's see. Well, you're really born gay. Were people really born liking the same sex? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to be using the Modern Witches Tarot. I like it because it's a feminine deck, right? Even the males in this deck are feminine, are women, right? So it's feminine. Okay, let's see. All right, where's people born gay? Are people really born gay? When they say I was born this way, what did they grow into it? 1, 2, 3. What the? Oh. I'm gonna tell you this. This is good. This is good. This is good. Okay, this is fun. So the first cards we have. So the cards that we do have, I put 4 cards, and I put 4, and I have the bottom of the deck energy, right? So the first card we have, when I'm asking, were people born that way? The 5 of Wands in the reverse. The second card was the Chariot in the reverse. The third is the Ace of Wands. And the overall, for me, is what Spirit is telling me at the end. This is the card I use when I'm like the spiritual advice, the advice, right? Yeah, was the Fool, right? So, I'm sorry to say this, and you guys will be mad. Nobody is actually born gay. They're born in conflict, right? There's a conflict going on. About their about who they are. And it's in the reverse. The Five of Wands are different people fighting in conflict, right? People at odds. In the reverse, it can be in the past position. But for me, that's a no card, right? So you're not born necessarily gay. You're born in conflict or in opposition of what you are, of what you're supposed to be, what society or biology tells you to be, right? So that's not true. But like I said, there is a conflict going on between mind, body, and soul. What other people are telling you to be, what you are produced, what you are subjected to. I consider that as like a rebel. And I can't add, because I believe in past lives, I can't add the conflict. Maybe you were not male in the past life. Maybe you were not female. Maybe you was not this orientation. Then you come back and you are in conflict with what was presented. So the body is not incorrect. The mind is not incorrect, but the body is in conflict with the spirit, with the soul. And the soul does not settle well with that sexual orientation, whatever the case may be. That doesn't mean you were born like that. Your mind did not automatically think that way. But it's confusing, right? But that's what it's giving. The Chariot is in the reverse. Now, there's a few things about this Chariot in the reverse. The Chariot is all about confidence, self-confidence, self-assurance, the ability to push oneself forward with or without anybody, right? You got the yin and the yang things, right? And you got this person, they have their wand and they're moving forward. But in the reverse, it can be bumps in the road. It can be lack of confidence to move forward. It can be blockages. It can even mean that someone is trying to be forceful and drive the path and steer the wheel, your path, right? So I kind of feel when I'm saying that someone's born this way, it's not that. They're already in internal conflict. But also, some of these people feel like someone's trying to steer trying to take control of the cockpit of their lives and trying to tell them which way to go. You driving, but there's always that passenger seat driver that's trying to tell you what to do and tell you how to live and make you conform to what society is. That's not how that's supposed to be. But it's also the lack of confidence. A lot of people, when they're feeling that way, when they're feeling like they have a different orientation, it's hard to express sometimes, and it's hard to express it openly. And then you have other people telling you, society telling you how you should be, and it causes something within you. But it's a bump in the road. But nonetheless, this is a major arcana card, right? This is honestly about choosing to drive your own path forward with or without anybody. and how they feel. So, yeah, that's what I got from that card. When it comes to the Ace of Wands, this is passion, action, enterprise, relationships, creativity. Is it a male-oriented card? It is a masculine card, but it's masculine because it's fire, it's those type of things, right? And it's a stick. They usually use it as the male genitalia. But when I mean gay, I mean it can be for a girl or for a boy, whatever. But just the start of something new, a start of creation, a start of a new passion, the creativity, and this, that, and the third. I feel like, and it's almost like a rebirth. It's almost like a spring, a time for blossoming, a time for growth, and this, that, and the third, right? But this is new action for them, right? So this is actually them taking control, them owning their reality. That's what I get from that, right? Owning their passions, their creativity, their own path, their own actions, this, that, and the third. This is, honestly, this is growth. They were born with this conflict. They've had to fight them. They had the fight was not just outer, it was inner. And they were given the opportunity to outwardly express who they felt like they were inwardly. And that's fine. The Fool card talks about new beginnings, right? It talks about taking a risk. It talks about just jumping out there, right? Wanting a new beginning and actually doing it, right? A new experience, right? Boom, there you go. They're just jumping out there. Boom. But like I said, it's because, they've taken control of, they've decided to be in the front seat of their lives. So however they're expressing themselves sexually, because that's what they truly want to be. And it's not just sexually, it's everything. And you know what? And what I'm getting from all this, to me, is that it's not just who I want to love. When I mean express myself, I mean express my masculinity or express my femininity, express myself in appearance and mind, all those things. But they're supposed to. This Fool card for me just says they're supposed to. That's their path. But they had to find that because it started from inner conflict. Then it ended with them taking that risk. And this is all about the individual, because it's not, it's all about the individual story. It ended with them being brave and taking a risk and coming out and actually owning how they feel inside and daring to express. So is it really that you were born with this? No. Your body didn't feel that way. Your body, because how do I express this? The soul and the body, they have to synchronize, right? Now, in the body, there's nothing wrong with the body. Nothing wrong at all. If the body has been fed well, this, that, and the third, if it has all its chromosomes, whatever the case may be, the body is how the body is supposed to be. The soul chooses this body, and some of them, when they get there, they still don't feel comfortable because there's something there. So it's this inner conflict. But the body doesn't feel gay. The soul just feels like they're still the same sex as they was in the previous life. So technically, the body wasn't born gay. The body was born a body with the correct sexual organs. It's actually the soul that feels that way. The soul feels like it wants to express feminine or masculine, but the body is the opposite. So they tend to start expressing things, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they dress. Even sometimes it radiates through your appearance, because sometimes you can tell, you can look at certain people and know that they're gay. And they might not even know they're gay, but it's just they're gay. They have an aura. They have a facial construction about them. They have things like that going on. That was interesting. And the Seven of Wands in the reverse, usually Seven of Wands, that's the bottom of the deck energy. It talks about being on top of stuff, you know, fighting off these wands and keeping them at bay. In the reverse, it feels like you're being overwhelmed by different wands, by different actions, by different people. But see, I like to inform people that there's nobody holding these wands in this card. These wands belong to no one. So it's being overwhelmed by inner conflict. There's a storm. But I just got the song in my head, like I want to break free. Like I want to break free. Yeah. And do what the hell you want to do. So express how you want to express. So that's what that is. Now, my previous reading about transgenders. Now, we already just said that people are born gay. Your body is not gay. You were born with the correct body. You signed up for this experience. But it's no different than when you sign up for a job. And you think you're going to like this job, this certain position, It shouldn't be that hard. You can adapt. You're flexible. You just came off of another job that was, doing one thing, And you're ready for the challenge. You're ready for the task. And then you get in this position and something just doesn't feel right. You're just not gelling with it. It's just not as easy to adapt to the job description. So in my last reading, like I said, it felt like Spirit was like, it's not, if you really want something, Spirit will work with you. Your guides will work with you. You can will yourself into something. So if your soul does not feel right within the body, you're going to will something different. You're going to create that Ace of Wands is a creator. You're going to create your happiness. And you're going to take that risk. And your spirit guides will work with you. Even though they know that this is not the body. Okay, so when transgenders go through reassignment surgery, because people are like, why are you chopping up your body? How does the body feel? Or is it already in the spiritual contract, or whatever the case may be, that you're going to transform from male to female? Or is it that when you get here and you're not, it's like the soul isn't meshing well with the body? Can you tweak the contract? Maybe that's it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is good. What is Spirit saying? Okay, this is conflict. Again, inner conflict for me. This is conflict. The soul and the body, two different entities, right? I'm separating it. The Lovers is a very good sign of this. This is a choice. The first card I got was yes. Before we get here, we've already talked to our guides, We've already did all this already, okay? When we're in the spirit room, we've already had these conversations about with our guys about what we want to learn coming back to live this cycle and what we want to do and you know what happened from the past cycle and how can we change some stuff. This and the third. We've already talked to our spirit guys. This actual card reminds me of that for me. The lovers right here. You have two, a male and a female butt naked, and you have an angel in the middle. You know that's a Gemini card. But however, we have a choice when it comes to our life cycle that we choose to live, right? So we already kind of know what we're here to do, right? But there's choices along the way that we make that we can go towards what we're here to do, or we can deviate and tweak it a bit, or we can just not do what we're supposed to be doing at all, right? It's like when we get down here, we have to govern our choices, free will. So we have a guide and we have someone who can be male that wants to turn to female, that wants the body to represent them, how they feel on the soul level, okay? On a spiritual level, they feel like the body does not match me. I don't care what the mind says. I don't care what the whatever. The spirit, the soul influences the mind, okay? Now, the fear about the transition and stuff, there is fear. That comes because the body doesn't want to surgically go through with something. But the soul does calm the body. But it is a choice. So it is not written in stone that you have to actually go through life as what the body is presented as in female or male. You can change it. You very well can. And if you really want it, then boom. Now here's the other thing. The Page of Cups is considered, a gay card. People who are gay. Those type of people, right? But it's in the reverse, right? So here's the tea though. The tea with this though is that just because you change your body doesn't mean you change the problem. Yeah, you want to align everything with how you feel, but there's other things going on. This Page of Cups in the reverse talks about like what bad news. It talks about being easily influenced. It talks about having things with rose-colored glasses. You think that sometimes people think that the grass is greener on the other side, right? So they feel like if I was to just transition, I would feel better. I would live a better life, and it doesn't matter if you're transitioning from being a boy to a girl or a girl to a boy. But to be honest, there's some rose-colored glasses there. And then you have the Six of Swords in the reverse. This is not being able to get out of mental conflict in the reverse. So, to me, what it feels like is there's a choice that you can change your body, and I'm asking about changing stuff and doing stuff like that. There's a Habu. Where you going? In the rain. Oh, you want to walk Lex? But yeah, but there is a choice, right? But there's a thing of, even though you may change your body, there's things that you have to, this is mentally too. There's a lot of other things that's going on that doesn't cover that. Like, I don't know how to say that. Like, okay, I feel like my house is haunted. I have a poltergeist. So I move. but then it follows. So was it really the house, or was it really something that's attached to me? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not attached to the house. It's something within you that got this whatever, like needs alignment. And that goes back to taking a risk and being able to live out loud and express yourself, right? But it's something that's misaligned. And I do feel like a lot of that is unresolved issues from a past life. And you really wasn't ready to reincarnate yet. Okay. That's what I'm getting from that. And that Empress in the reverse lets me know that this feels like you're not, I mean, this is a divine feminine. This can be a mother figure. But I do feel like just for this situation, I just feel like someone feels of a lack of abundance, not being able to show their divine feminine or divine masculine, whatever the case may be. But not feeling the confidence, not feeling that you are whole inside and out, right? But these are feelings that even if you change your body, you still need to address. But spirit will work with you. So it's nothing bad about transitioning. It's just that you could change the body, but you still have to address the internal issues, the internal war. That's what that's saying for me. But if you really want to do it, spirit will work with you. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I hope I wasn't being disrespectful or anything like that. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful. I don't think this is disrespectful. I love everybody. Um, until next time, I am gone, y'all.